Hey, so today I'm going to be doing a video on pseudos. So I just recorded this video, but I realized that my editing software messed up. Also, hopefully my voice is louder. I think I changed the set. I think I figured it out. But yeah. So let's go into pseudos. So pretty much what a pseudo is instead of nuking a wall straight down all the way, it makes holes in the wall. So as you can see, there are multiple holes in the wall. So that's done with order of entities. So before I go into order of entities, I'm gonna first explain the pros and cons of using a pseudo. So the pro is that it's more TNT efficient because you don't need a nuke or you don't need a nuke hammer like you do for an efficient nuke. Another pro is that you can yeah, you don't have to make a nuke hammer, and it's very like compact and stuff. But some of the cons is that it can't be adjusted as much because like it's not a straight down nuke, so you can't really adjust. You have to adjust in one of the holes. And another thing is that you need to mess with your sand comp a little bit and make it. You need a game tick one side. So, but I'll explain that in a second. So, let me explain order of entities. So pretty much order of entities is um, the order that stuff turns into an entity as the order of stuff, or as the order of how it will appear on the wall. So say I dispense a piece of sand first, and then I dispense a piece of TNT, and I shoot it all in the same block at the wall. So technically it's all in the same block, but because the sand was dispensed first, it will be below the TNT, but it'll still be in the same block. So yeah, so pretty much what we're doing here is we're using order of entities. Um, so we're stacking up a certain amount of sand, however many. So each row that I drop will represent that amount of sand. So I'm dropping that. And then in between each sand stack, or each layer of sand, I'm putting TNT inside, and then stacking more sand, putting TNT inside. And yeah, and you just go all the way up. So um, for the cannon that I'm using right now, it's a demonstration cannon, so it only makes 8 pseudo holes because it's a longer comp. Because when you're making pseudos, it's by how much sand is like how many or how many rows are falling. So this only falls 4 rows on each side, which means that I can only have a maximum of 8 holes. So if you want to be able to drop more than this, you should just have a shorter, like you should have a shorter sand comp so that you have more layers. But as you can see, I'll put a block here just like represent where the sand was on top, and I will fire it. And I know it's ugly. Yeah, I just took my one rev and I just added a pseudo onto it. But as you can see, it only fell 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 blocks on this side, 4 blocks on this side, meaning I can have a maximum of 8 holes. So yeah, you can always expand it by just shortening your sand comp so that there are more layers that are falling. So now let's go a little bit into how to build one. So similarly to any nuke you're going to make, pretty much any efficient nuke, you're going to game tick it. So pretty much what's happening is you're having this side on 2 ticks and this side on 2.5 because you're game ticking, like I said. So when you game tick, you are essentially making it so that you can have double the amount of rows that can fall normally. So let me explain a little bit. So what's happening is you're also game ticking your sand. So one row, this row, well, depending on how you lay it out, but one of the rows will fall slightly before. So that allows you to fit more TNT inside. So because I'm game ticking one side, it's going to be slightly delayed. So this side will start falling first, or whatever you have it laid out as, allowing you to put in more sand. So if I had these both falling at the exact same time, they'd both only fall 4 blocks. So I would have a maximum of 4. But because these are falling at separate times, right, it's acting like it's 8. Um, and I've seen people like split up their sand comp into like 4 or more even. So you can have as many holes as you want. But yeah. So this is not an ideal sand comp for it. This is just for demonstration. But so you're game ticking both your sand and your nuke. So only one side of your sand is game ticked, by the way. So now let's go into how to time your pseudo. So I'm just going to count these real quick. Um, so you want to stop it at your pulse extender. So this is on 27 plus your um, redstone torch, so 28, and your my pseudo is also around 28. So you kind of gotta play with your timings with the pseudo. So just for a baseline, have your pseudo go off at 28, and you want to put one redstone tick in between each of these dispensers. But uh, pretty much what each patch of these dispensers is how much TNT is ending up in one spot. So this is 4 TNT ending up in each 8 of the spots. So say you're trying to bust obby, right, and your obby durability is 6 or 5 or whatever, then you want spots of 5. So instead of 4, you could, add one on top of there and then just wire it. So this will only break obby with a durability of 4, um, because there's only 4 dispensers here. But like I said, you can change that. So um, anyway, uh, back to what I was saying. We are going to, what was I saying? Um, so I'm not gonna show exactly how to build like the infinite boosters and stuff because I've done so many videos on this. It's just a normal one. I did a booster video on this. Same with nuking, stuff like that. So you can watch that. But pretty much you're just separating each of these by one redstone repeater, and that allows it to separate each row because sand needs time to fall, right? So when it's falling, you can put another piece of or another cluster of TNT in there. So that's why they're separated all by one tech. So say instead of 4 rows that you're dropping on each side, you were dropping 8 rows on each side. So that would make it so you can have a maximum of 16 holes. So what you can do is you can just stack another thing of these on top and wire it up, so you can have 16 hole pseudo. So yeah, that's pretty much the basics of pseudo. So I'm just gonna fire it really quickly. You just gotta play around with the timings. So really quickly, when you're timing it, do a baseline for like your first test. Just have it on the same timings as your sand. When your sand starts falling, like have your pseudo on the same timing. But if your pseudo is ending up on the bottom, like say it's not pseudoing at all at the top, it's only bottoming at it's only pseudoing at the bottom of the wall, that just means that you need to add more delay on your pseudo because of order of entities. So you need to have it queuing it or dispensing in later, so that at the wall it renders later. Conversely, say all of your pseudos ending up at the top, just remove some delay and it will start spreading out near the bottom. So yeah, that's pretty much timing your pseudo. It's not hard at all. You just got to do a little bit of testing, but let me just show you me firing it real quick. As you can see, you saw all the tiny holes. So um, yeah, that's pretty much pseudos. Just so you guys know, for future videos, I'm going to be doing a video on one rev soon, and I think I'm done with comp cannons after that. So if you have any suggestions or anything, let me know. I'm probably gonna move on to one or not one rev like reversing, but yeah, just let me know what you want to see. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the video. I'll see you later.